How rude. I didn't record that part. Hello, everybody.
Oh my God, you scared me.
Welcome to another episode of the Alter Ego Podcast. I'm your host, Jack Austin. With me, as always, is the Cyborg.
Hello.
Mr. Ryan.
How's it going?
How's your day going?
My day's actually going pretty well.
Lying
Yeah.
Ryan.
Yeah.
Good. See, lying Ryan?
Flying Ryan.
Flying.
I like to fly.
I was like, that's a
I haven't seen riding.
out of
He's
nowhere.
fly as hell. And I'm very jealous of his coffee right now because I wanted to stop and I didn't have time.
I'm starting to think I might need some coffee this afternoon.
Coffee break.
After we're done here, I got to cook dinner, all that kind of stuff. You
It's
know?
afternoon. It's like 6 o'clock.
That is afternoon.
That's what I had in the
It's
fridge.
technically
It's
afternoon.
afternoon till midnight. No Megan today. She is unavoidably detained. We miss her. We love her. She'll be back probably next week. We got other big news going on next week.
Yeah.
The Cyborg.
Oh, I thought you were talking about DC Fandome.
Yeah, that too. It's funny that would happen that week. Mark's getting married. Can I say that? Can
yeah,
I say
sure.
that you're getting married?
You sure can.
I'm so excited that you're getting married.
Yep.
Thank you.
We posted on Instagram that we went to your bachelor party.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
You don't seem to remember a lot from that night.
Dude, I really don't. From
But dude,
the
as-
minute you
as
got
far
there to
as-
Paul, I remember nothing.
As far as blacking out goes, you are the most polite, like courteous and conversational blackout drunk I've ever met in my
Really?
life.
Yes, I will say that too.
So the fact that you telling us that you blacked out between there and there, news to us.
Yeah, we could not tell.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, good for me.
You were so polite and so like, is everybody having a good time? We're cool, and just
That's me getting self-conscious.
and then just screaming 2 weeks at your soon-to-be wife.
Yep.
I got a video of me Hulk Hoganing out of my tuxedo.
We have a video of me and Robert Lamb performing a ceremony marrying you guys.
I know. I wish it was legal.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Rob's ordained.
Save us a couple K.
Rob's not ordained, but I am a notary.
Oh,
Just so you know.
is that where
pretty
that
much
stamp
legal.
came from?
Huh?
Is that where that stamp mark
It's
came from?
It's a Colombian stamp. Yeah. Oh, man. So, speaking of Colombian stamps,
Somebody's music.
somebody's music is playing. Uh-oh. It's Ryan.
Oh, we're going to get copyright stricken now.
Even
No,
though.
it's cool. My buddy actually works for that guy, so
Oh, okay, good.
Works for Mr. Spotify?
no, he works for Rod. I'm not gonna name drop on the
Okay.
on the
no,
podcast.
no, that's cool. Don't do that.
Lil
Yeah,
Quasi?
yeah. But if you know the song,
Oh, man. I had a segue and I lost it. This
Oh,
episode's still brought to you by Ford Supply Company.
Speaking of
Makers of
Spotify.
all natural and organic soaps for men. Okay.
Okay.
As of right now, the pumpkin carver is back. Get your hands on that
For the time being, people.
for the time being. It goes fast. Most of it is bought by Ryan and my wife.
yep.
No, that's not true. A lot of people buy that stuff, but
You guys
I,
put a pretty big hit in there.
I've been trying to get the coffee. I've been saying it for 4 weeks now, and I need to just say it to Megan while she's got her phone in her hand.
It's almost
And I'll
like the
have
guy
some.
keeps forgetting to send it to you.
I doubt that happens. But you know what we will do is visit their website at FordSupply.com to order online and use promo code AlterEgo to get 10% off our order. Ford Soap, real soap.
No bullshit.
Yes.
Hold on. So when does Cranberry come out?
Oh, that's a Christmas scent. That comes out like
See, I think
Is it?
cranberry-
You know what?
You
That
should
makes
make
sense.
They should make a turkey and cranberry bar.
ooh.
Yeah.
I want to
Little-
smell
little-
like Thanksgiving dinner.
You got
Yeah.
that
Come on, for soap. Let's
infused
go.
with gravy? Like what are we
Yeah.
doing?
So, I mean, I don't want to get too
So-
far
it's a
off
weird
topic, but
lather.
this year we're doing 2 turkeys.
2 turkeys.
We're doing one in the oven, which is just dynamite. It's the go-to. It's like the crowd pleaser. It's going to make everybody happy. And we're doing one in the big green egg.
Oh. Can we big green egg turkey cook off?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's
Am I
do it.
getting invited to Thanksgiving this year?
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh, we do Friendsgiving every year. You guys will get an invite.
Okay.
Yeah. There's plenty of food.
Unlike previous years. Got it. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, how long have we been friends?
Years.
2 years?
2 years.
So I think Friendsgiving was at somebody else's house last year. That's probably why you didn't get invited.
Oh, I know whose
And
house
there's
was
that
that. Yeah, we
whole
could make it.
thing too,
Yeah.
with that disease and that pandemic.
Oh, yeah. That didn't stop my turkey from getting eaten.
No, not at all.
Sorry. Turkeys. No chance. COVID cannot save the turkeys. You know who else can't save turkeys? Tony Anello's. Tony Anello's Southern Italian Cuisine and Grill's a hidden gem that's family-owned and operated on the outskirts of St. Petersburg at 1136 Pinellas Bay Way South, Tierra Verde, Florida. It's a must-try for a homemade Italian lunch or dinner. Just remember to bring your appetite because the portions are very generous. Call for a reservation today at 727-867-3577 and check out TonyAnellos.com. Now that's a segue, boys.
Oh, sure is it.
Oh, man.
When you go to Tony Anello's, remember to say, "Go Cowboys."
Do say that. To Nello.
For 10% added to your bill.
Yeah. Or to be kicked out in grandiose fashion. Oh, boy. We've got some good news today.
Oh, I
Got
love
some good news and bad news.
I know what the bad news is.
I do, too.
That we all watched Venom. Anyways.
Yeah.
We'll get to that later.
We're going to do our wonderful...
And it's going to be completely just spoilers full. Don't even...
Really?
From the jump. We got to.
I was actually sitting there thinking to myself, I don't know how much we need to say without getting into spoilers. I will tell you this resoundingly right now. None of us liked it.
No.
So we'll get into that. We've got TV movies. We've got some DC. DC has the most exciting one for me today.
Okay.
And then we've got some really good, lengthy video game news coming out. And then we're going to finish with Marvel before we get into Venom. Marvel's not that beefy, but that was a good segue. And you know how I am about my segues.
I know how you are about being beefy.
You love to ride that thing around.
Let's start with TV and movies. No Time to Die just came out.
Good Lord.
By
I thought that came out 3 years ago.
James Bond. It's what it feels like, man. Once I see the previews for that, I'm always like, didn't this come out? Aren't I done with this? There are some other movies, too, that I've seen that are just now getting their previews back out. And I'm like, didn't this movie already come out?
Well, you were telling me about Free Guy, and I'm like, did Free Guy come out 3 years ago, or did it not come out yet? I don't remember which one it is.
The movie I saw, though, was Antlers. It looks...
Antlers.
It's got Kerry Russell in it.
Okay.
And it's about... it's following this kid, and she's like, I'm sorry, I know it was really hard when your dad died. And he's like, my dad's not dead. I just got to keep him fed so he's not angry with me. And he shows him throwing like a severed arm into his attic.
Yes.
Into the dark.
Oh, boy.
Like, I kind of want to see
I saw
that.
that and I was like, yo, I kind of want to see this.
Me too.
All right. Okay.
Because I like Kerry Russell. I think she's extremely talented. She's a really good actress. And just the premise looks so original that, like, at this point, I crave an originality in these movies. I'm like, can I see something cool and unique, please? Even I'll skimp and go watch a horror movie just so
I was going to
it's
say,
unique.
you're not a horror boy.
No,
so.
not at all.
But you're like, okay, I'm in.
So when this came out, probably, what, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
The preview first?
I think I saw it recently this time around.
I sent that preview to your wife.
Oh,
Your to-be wife. It was like, tell me what you think of this.
I'm sure she's
I have to get her seal of approval before I'll watch. I sent her The Girl with All the Gifts. I sent her a bunch of movies, and I'm like, tell me if this is good, and then I'll watch it. But she's probably a bad source. She'll probably tell me they're all good.
Yeah, she probably will.
So No Time to Die. The director came out and said he was still writing the screenplay when they wrapped filming.
That's not a good sign.
That's not a good sign. Although a lot of people have really raved about this movie, but they even said that the third act was almost like a choose-your-own-adventure. They were writing it as they were filming it.
Oh. Lack of story structure and commitment. That's
Every
all
other
bad.
James Bond movie
That's
ever?
really not... that makes me wonder, is that why Daniel Craig is like, yeah, I don't want to do this anymore?
God.
I don't think so. I think he was just tired of it.
I've never
Probably.
known a man to make so much money and just be like, I don't want to do this.
Well, no, I mean, like, so
Chris
it's...
Evans, Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
I don't know, but Daniel Craig would go in like Jimmy Kimmel and be like, yeah, I'm James Bond, but I really don't want to do it anymore.
Just because he might just be tired, man.
Well,
Like,
not
you
to
gotta think of all
mention,
the
you got to
stunts.
think of those people that you named too, especially RDJ. Just fanatical fan bases.
Oh, yeah.
And that's got to be really hard to deal with.
Exhausting.
Like, I have dealt with even the smallest amount of stuff at 7-Eleven, and 99.9% of it is great. But there's that 0.01 that you're just like, oh gosh, This isn't great.
What are you doing, people?
And then, like, I imagine that blown up to the likes of James Bond, who's been around for how many years? And Iron Man, who's one of those iconic. I'm like, I get it, man.
Yeah. Like when Eminem said he can't even take a shit.
Yeah.
Just standing by.
It's probably true. So where are you in Game of Thrones?
I am at season 6.
How many are there again?
8.
Ooh.
I know.
You're getting into some meaty content.
Yeah, and the preview for House of Dragons came up.
That's exactly... Man,
I
don't
read
take my
your
segue.
segue mind on that one. But I'm like, I can't watch it just in case there's a little in the middle. Like
I don't think there is. I
you
felt
watch it?
this was the most basic trailer they could have possibly done. It's a bunch of people with white hair and swords and fire.
Okay, so they didn't really go.
So they didn't really tell you who anybody is. No story. No. Although there's a pretty freaking amazing shot of throne room pre-Iron Throne.
Ooh.
Yeah, and you're kind of like, is that how it's made? That's kind of awesome.
I'm glad I'm catching up right before a new series comes out. I just hope it's good.
See, this is my thing. If you rushed through that last one and then aren't going to fix it, why would you come out with a spinoff?
This is a prequel, so it should have little to no impact on what changes in the future.
Is it those brothers still doing it, or is it a different writing team?
I don't know who's producing it.
Because
we can look it up, though.
I can't imagine they hired them back after the hack
when they
job.
were like openly like, yeah, we're done. We just want to finish it.
Yeah. We got to go to Netflix and Star Wars, so let's wrap this up.
Wouldn't you? There's a bunch of people on here that I've never seen before.
No,
Emma Darcy, Matt Smith, Olivia Cook, Millie Alcock, Patty Considine,
Matt Smith,
and Eve Best.
Oh.
So this one is directed by Miguel Sapochnik.
That's definitely not the same guy.
And the executive producers, he's George R.R. Martin, Ryan Condal, Miguel, the director, Vince Girardi, Sarah Lee Hess. I don't know any of them, but they are the producers of that show.
All right. It sounds like I can't remember those brothers' names.
I'll give it a shot.
Oh, yeah.
I'll give it a shot. That's all I can say.
I mean, I can't wait to be disappointed with season 8, but I know it's coming, so I guess my expectations are low.
Yeah, dude, with 6 and 7, I thought were great.
Yeah.
I never made it that far.
Let's go.
You never made it that far?
No.
There's one of my favorite episodes is in the last season, though. I don't like the way it ends, but it's one of my favorite episodes.
I heard season 8 is just balls out, chopping each other's heads off the entire time.
Yeah, and a lot of it is misplaced. I think they should have ended with something different than they did, but they can't. Anyway.
Yeah.
I
drop off.
I think right when the White Walkers, the chubby guy just ran into one, saw one.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's where you dropped off?
Samuel Tarly.
That's a rocket right after that, man.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I know it, and I hadn't got back into it just because my wife had already watched it, so I was like, I hate making her watch things twice. But even though she's like, I'll watch it again for sure, and I'm like, okay.
Jen's watching it for the second time.
Samuel Tarly, man, what a good character he turns out to be.
Yeah,
and I think at that time too, they were only up to they were about there to 6, and I don't like to wait, as you guys know. I want to watch it all in one shot.
I am very happy I'm watching it after the fact because it is much better to watch, 3 episodes, 4 episodes a week.
Yeah.
And then now I was like, I don't have the patience to wait, and then I just fell off, and then now that it's done and I figured out the way it's going to end and people were mad about it, I'm like, why watch it?
Well, I watched season 1, and then I heard about the ending, and I went, I'm out. It's not pulling me. Anyways, we were talking about James Bond earlier.
We were, and that's pretty much.
Oh no, we went to House of Dragons. That's what it was. Okay,
that's what Bro said.
So you know what? HBO has not disappointed me yet. Knock on wood.
Give me time.
Hell, I even like Ballers. So
I haven't seen Ballers. The concept of that just doesn't grab me.
Yeah, it's Entourage, but with The Rock.
Yeah, no thanks.
It's got sports,
but
it is. It's about sports ball.
Okay,
you should love it. You love sports ball.
I'd rather watch Hard Knocks and watch the real thing.
Oh, okay.
Watch my second favorite team now. I'm having to own it. I just have to own it at this point. Second favorite team, Dallas Cowboys, were in the Hard Knocks. You can ask. I've been on them, man. I've been on them. I've got Christmas ornaments that have Dallas Cowboys. I just got to stop and own it.
Look at you, bud.
Yeah. Emmett Smith and Troy Aikman hang on my tree every year. Anyway, let's move on. I owe a specific movie that I don't want to say gave a bad review, but I was very skeptical and kind of harshly criticizing, and that was Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. Because we saw production photos, and I was like, this looks like a high schooler did these. It's not really, doesn't look good. It doesn't grab me. Trailer dropped today. Today is the 7th of October as we're recording this.
Oh, that's the one that doesn't take place with the whole
no
Mila Djokovic. Yeah. I hear that's actually supposed to be pretty good.
So I saw the trailer today, and not only does it look good, it looks like it really does a lot of fan service to people who have played a lot of the Resident Evils. Mm-hmm. Most importantly, the fact that the cast is relatively unknowns, but there are names that everybody's going to realize or remember if they've been in the Resident Evil universe. Leon's in it. Jill Valentine is in it. Albert Wesker's in it. Chris Redfield and what's his sister's name? Claire Redfield. They're all in it.
Yeah, they were saying.
And this takes place in Raccoon City.
So this is the way they should have done it all along, instead of trying to change everything and create characters that don't exist in the video games.
That's my humble opinion.
Yeah, and then that's what they said. They wanted to make it like that, kind of to bring you back to the video game kind of a feel for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And apparently they do a good job.
It had a Raccoon City feel to it. When I was looking at it, I was like, this does look like the game that I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I only played the first two, but I liked him back in the day.
But watching the trailer, and I'm not much of a horror movie guy, I was like, this actually looks pretty good.
I don't know. I think you are now.
Zombies are one of the things I'll break my my horror movie. I don't know what you want to call it.
Yeah, this point of zombies, even horror. They're just like
at this point they're kind of just
like fun.
I like to watch it to see how people survive if they survive.
Exactly.
And I want to watch people do something and be like, nope, this is not going to work, and then it doesn't work. So that's what I got for TV and movies. I mean, we got other stuff sprinkled in here, but DC is up second. DC Fandome, December 16th. It's coming, man.
December? I thought it was October.
No, December. Or no,
October.
Did I say December?
Yeah.
I did because I wrote December. It's October. It's
next weekend, man.
I don't know why I wrote December, but it's darn sure October.
You're thinking about Christmas already.
No. My turkey will be cold and wrapped up, and I will have my second helping before I allow my wife to pull out the Christmas decorations. You can ask her that anytime you see her. Be like, hey, when are you allowed to put up Christmas decorations? She'll tell you.
When the turkey's gone.
When the turkey is gone, cold, and I am like, okay, it's fine. And she is chomping at the bit. Like all day, she's like, can I just get stuff down and like get pre-opening totes? And I'm like, nope. Nope. You will respect my turkey.
What are you cooking for Christmas?
We barely have time to get the itis, and then if we're at home, she's putting up things. I'm like, bro, Christmas decorations. Like the turkey ain't even ate yet, bro.
Yeah. Exactly. What were you asking me?
What do you make for Christmas then? You go all out with turkeys.
Yeah, I don't do Christmas turkey. We do lasagna, family homemade lasagna.
That sounds nice.
A massive tray of it.
Ooh.
It's really good, and we watch Die Hard.
Yeah.
All-American red-blooded family.
Yeah, let me tell you, the Switch gets a lot of use sometimes during some of those Christmas movies because I'm like, oh yeah, throw it on, babe. We'll grab Mario Golf this year. But DC Fandome, I'm excited, and I know Peacemaker's going to be there because they dropped a trailer for Peacemaker.
A little bitty just morsel.
Did you see it?
I did.
I watched it too, and that's what I'm the most excited for.
Me too.
I am like so happy with John Cena's portrayal of this, and the couple hints that they've dropped. There's a lot of people from Suicide Squad in this little clip.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay.
Got that office staff.
Same universe, baby.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
I mean, in John Cena as Peacemaker, he's just so yoked. And it's basically a trailer where they're kind of making fun of him.
Yeah.
For the way that he dresses and the way that he acts. A word of caution. That man could probably remove your head.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, just a thought.
Yeah.
I want to tell those people that are teasing him, I'm like, don't poke that bear.
Yeah.
So this is definitely a prequel, it looks like, because they were talking about meeting him for the first time, weren't they?
No. This is post-Suicide Squad.
Are you sure? Because they said the new recruit.
Right. But that's why they said Waller is
Oh yeah,
effing us because of what they did. And they say it. Come on, man. Do you watch Suicide Squad?
I don't want to give away spoilers because it's not the episode in case someone hasn't seen it. But you remember the ending of it?
Oh, I do remember the ending.
Yeah.
That's why.
This is post
saying
all that.
The new recruit.
Okay.
Yeah. So speaking of DC fandom, I bet you The Flash is something we're going to finally see a trailer for.
Mixed feelings.
Very mixed feelings.
I'm excited for Michael Keaton. I don't want to see Ezra Miller's face ever again.
I'm not jazzed about Ezra Miller, but I am excited.
Hate him so much.
I don't know. He has a dumb fucking face. That's why.
Ever since I saw him get in an altercation with a female where he punched her or something like that, I was like, I really don't have time for you, man.
But he was just sitting in his chair and he's like, it's going to be awesome. So like wearing a dumb red sweatshirt.
They can have equal rights, but they're not allowed to have equal lefts?
Well, no. They shouldn't have equal rights or lefts.
I don't know.
No, I'm still.
Maybe just don't punch people in the face because they're trying to take a picture with you if you're a celebrity.
Yeah, especially.
Well, I don't know what that scenario was, but it just kind of put a bad taste in my mouth, honestly.
Yeah. Fair.
Plus, he looks like a little dipshit, so that doesn't help.
He kind of does.
He doesn't. To me, the way and this is not important to anybody, but he's not the way I picture Barry Allen.
No.
So, but one person I am excited to see in that movie is Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
He said that he had a lot of fun playing Batman in the Flash movie, and it was a nice way to revisit that as a prior experience had been difficult.
Is he just trying to get fired?
The least.
Because that's not official.
I think it's pretty clear that a lot of people had terrible experiences on the set of Justice League.
You don't say.
That whole thing, we got so tired of hearing it. I'm sure he's just as done with it.
Well, also that Batman movie almost killed him when he was going to direct and write and star in it.
Yeah.
Like he went a little off the rails because he couldn't handle the pressure.
I understand that, and that goes back to the same thing we were already talking about with James Bond and Iron Man. Batman fan base, huge.
Bunch of dorks. Yep, absolutely.
That we're a part of. You know what I mean?
As a huge Batman fan, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I want to see that. Oh, and did you see that Michael Keaton came out and said the bat suit still fits?
Nice.
It still fits. I'm like, Keaton, why'd you put it on?
Oh, man.
Why'd you put it on, Keaton?
That's too much latex for a man of that age.
Right? So is one Batman going to be able to turn his head and the other one is not?
It's going to be a joke in the movie, obviously.
Yeah. Speaking of the Batverse, Joaquin Phoenix has come out and said he's still open for a Joker 2.
I thought it was a lock already.
But doesn't know if it's going to happen.
I thought the director already said, yeah, it's happening.
Todd Phillips?
Yeah.
Who also wrote the movie?
Yes, sir.
He's, I don't know if he's one of those guys that's like trying to talk it, say it and it'll happen, talk it into reality. But Phillips is huge on sequels, man. Like, he did the, what are the Bachelor Party movies? What were they?
Oh, The Hangover?
The Hangover.
Hangover movies?
He made 4 of them.
Yeah.
And they're all the same movie.
Exactly.
If he did that, I don't want to see him make a second Joker.
Right. The first Joker was really good.
Oh, it's going to be diminishing returns for sure.
It's going to be because expectations are already crazy high. So you have to do something wildly different.
Yeah.
And that's troubled waters as it is.
And I kind of just want them to leave it. It's a beautiful piece of DC lore that we can just leave.
Yeah.
And what are you're going to go back to that?
Yeah. I agree. And unless you're going to drop him into another universe, hey, what Batman are you going to drop him in with?
Yeah. Adam West.
Yeah. Oh, rip. But you drop him in with Pattinson? Do you drop him in with Batfleck, who's probably not picking up the cowl again?
I mean, none of the timelines line up.
Are they going to bring back Christian Bale? They can't. They already had a Joker there.
They had a Joker everywhere, haven't they? Except for Pattinson, because
they had the greatest Joker there.
Yeah, the icon, the greatest comic book villain I've ever seen. To me, I thought Heath Ledger's Joker still is the top of the mountain for how you want to portray a villain. And I loved Thanos. I loved a lot of those villains, and Joker to me in Dark Knight is still the top.
Yeah.
He's just too good. Joaquin Phoenix was good. He was different. Yeah. I don't put him in the same category as the other Jokers.
But here's the problem. He was different and he was off, and that's what was cool about it. But when you start going back to it or putting him in other universes, it's not cool and different anymore. It's like, okay, well, what are you going to do now?
Not to mention spoilers for Joker. You see some brutality and violence that you don't typically see in superhero movies. Mm-hmm. So in this instance, you're going to tamper down the villain to introduce a hero, and you're going to lose the whole thing that was drawing of your villain in the first place.
Yeah.
I mean, I really loved his...
Then maybe he goes with Battins, and that's supposed to be more rough and, like, dark, right?
Yeah. It's supposed to be like a horror movie.
Yeah, but Joker's in what year?
Yeah.
In the 70s?
Know. Yeah. So I don't know how that would match up. Is he in the 70s?
It looks like a 70s, 80s aesthetic. Maybe 80s.
Well, he's already a little bit older, and he meets Thomas Wayne.
Yeah.
So he's got a long way to go.
I mean, Batman was 10 in that movie.
So. Exactly. So he's got another 15 years before he runs into Batman. I don't know.
Age him up, I guess.
That's all I got for DC. I'm excited for Fandome. I can't wait to break down all the trailers and see all the stuff that drops.
I saw the list of people who are going to be there. It's part of the trailer. That's a hell of a list.
Yeah, it's a huge amount of actors. I think we see another Batman trailer. Yeah. The Batman trailer.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting. I know we're going to see more Peacemaker. I know it. That's the next thing that's coming out.
Yeah, it's going to be Batman. It's going to be Peacemaker. It's going to be a Black Adam trailer finally.
Yeah, I bet it is, because they've already done all the production, I think, on Black Adam. When is that coming out again?
I think it's next year. So,
well, lines up. A lot of things are next year now.
Rock with an afro?
No, he's not going to have hair.
Oh.
He'll be a bald Black Adam.
Yeah.
Let's get into video games, huh?
Let's get into it.
Super Smash Brothers. We've been talking about that the last couple weeks with the Nintendo news that came out. Mm-hmm. Talking about how they were going to drop their final fighter, and they did.
And it wasn't Waluigi like everybody wanted.
It was who everybody wanted, I felt.
Who is it?
Sora from Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
Oh.
With the key. I mean, I thought it was a pretty cool reveal, and it was cool to see Disney doing stuff with Nintendo. Mm-hmm. Made you kind of think, where are you going with that? Because Sora's been, what are there, 3 Kingdom Hearts now? And those are massive games.
Yeah. Technically, there's a lot more Kingdom Hearts, but 3 mainline, I guess.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's weird ones like 1.36, like just weird ass fucking
just different
titles.
Iterations of the same game.
Yeah, but with weird titles. But there's 3 mainline Kingdom Hearts.
Okay. Well, Sora is the last one of an 85 fighter roster. That's a lot of damn people.
How are there still people missing? People are like, why can't you have this territory?
Well, people also want to go out to different properties too. Like they wanted Doom
Goku.
Guy. They wanted Doom Guy. They wanted Goku. They wanted Marcus Phoenix. They wanted Chief. Snake, Master Chief.
Mm-hmm. Snake's in it.
No, I know, but he was one of the original ones.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, wait, Snake's.
No. He was on the original roster. I don't know who I'm thinking of. There was another guy. Maybe I'm thinking Marcus Phoenix and saying Snake. But yeah, he was the last one in there. I'm interested to see what it's like. But here's another good piece of video gaming that everyone can appreciate.
Oh, even me?
Even you. Oh, this is actually going to get you excited.
Oh.
Far Cry 6 has come out, and Far Cry is known to have big open worlds, a lot of customization, a lot of things that you can do, and mini games are one of the things you can do in a lot of games. Like Grand Theft Auto, you could go and play car, or like Red Dead Redemption, you could play, Five Finger Fillet, you could play poker, you could do all sorts of little mini games that you wanted to do, and Far Cry 6 is no exception. Typically there's other game modes that you can check out, but this one has a Tekken style cockfighting mini game.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Where you can go through the roster of cocks, pick which cock you want, and they throw you in the ring, and it's literally just like Tekken.
Nice.
Only a couple of cocks.
What a change of pace for a video game.
I saw this, and I was like, I didn't know I liked cockfighting so much.
You're going to buy it just to play the minigame?
No, I'm not going to buy it, because Far Cry's notoriously are such huge games that I get overwhelmed and bored with.
Yeah.
And I don't want to mainline straight to it, and then a side quest will be stupid, and I'll put it down and be like, and then it never happens again. So no,
It's crazy how like when I was younger, that was all I wanted was some more video game to play, grind out, go. Now, if it's longer than like 8 to 10 hours, I don't care. I don't need to play it.
Yeah.
Like I bought Assassin's Creed Valhalla just because it was a great price, and then I was like,
yeah,
am I really gonna play this?
It's intimidating. It's a huge,
I don't want a 60-hour game.
It's
man.
a massive
I don't got time
game
for that.
Right. So I'm just kind of like, you know what? I want a game I can invest my time into, and I'm gonna try to choose it more wisely, unless it's on like a crazy sale like Valhalla was. But right now, Halo Infinite is what I'm saving everything for.
Oh, I got to see somebody play the demo of that, bro. I cannot fucking wait.
I played the tech test for it.
Oh, I just saw somebody play the multiplayer, and I was like, "Oh, bro, I'm back in this motherfucker."
I was watching, all the things that are dropping out, the news that's dropping out for Halo Infinite. I'm like, man, this is the first Halo to really be on the big Series X that they can really kind of flex their muscle, and they're going to try to throw everything into it because Halo is the original Xbox title that everybody stuck with, right? Mm-hmm. So I played that beta tech test, and I was like, man, this game, not only is it massive, it's very smooth, it's fun, it seems balanced. Now that's one of those games where if you get to the bigger teams, if you're not playing teamwork, you're gonna get killed. But it was still a lot of fun, so I'm excited to see that one. Another beta that dropped this weekend was Battlefield 2042. A lot of people were playing that one, but I'm not gonna be checking that one. I don't think. But this I didn't know where to put this one, to be completely honest with you. This bit of news that I got here, it's about the Pokemon Company. Oh. So I figured because it's Pokemon, I'll throw it in with the video games, but it's not video game related. Pokemon has signed a contract for a theme park with Universal. So, first thing that I thought of, what did we talk about last week?
Nintendo World.
Donkey Kong Country getting added there. Pokemon is brilliant to make this move.
Oh my
God. Many people will want to go and check this out because they're going to have out in the wild. You can find these Pokemon, and Pokemon Go is going to partner up with that theme park like crazy.
Oh my God.
It's going to be a cash cow.
You want to find the rarest Pokemon of all time on Pokemon Go?
Right.
It's going to cost you about $112 at Universal Studios.
You're going to have to head down to Pokemon Land and try to catch him there.
Oh, no, fuck that. I pay him $112. I'm catching real Pokemon.
He's coming home
with a foam head.
He's coming home with a Squirtle if he's spending $112. Right.
Can you imagine if you go to Islands of Adventure and there's Nintendo Island, it has Pokemon Land, it has Donkey Kong Country, and it has Mushroom Kingdom?
Yeah, I want to go to there.
Yes, let me in.
I want to be a part of this.
Jeez.
I made my own watch. Let me in. Yeah, it sounds amazing. So yeah, I'm interested to see that. Oh, and it's in Universal. I think they were talking about Orlando as well.
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine that's going to be happening soon, right? Because their whole Marvel thing's almost done.
Marvel's almost up.
December
They're also
31st.
talking about the Nintendo World going to Orlando. I mean, this is Orlando's about to be a hot spot, man.
They're going to get me back out to the parks. I haven't been to a theme park in a while.
Maybe we should all go together.
Yeah, I'm about it.
Hand in hand.
I'm excited to see what Disney's going to do when they get their hands on Marvel 100%.
Oh, yeah. Man. There's that one Guardians of the Galaxy ride at the California Adventure. It looks awesome.
In 2538, when everything is ready and we get unfrozen,
we're going.
We can go.
No. The day that, like, January 1st, they break ground with it, they're going to have that shit up in 6 months.
Yeah.
They are not going to fuck around with Marvel stuff.
I know. I'm also talking about traffic and people that are going to be flocking to it.
Yeah,
I want to go to Galaxy's Edge.
Go.
We have that.
Yeah.
The Star Wars land. But it's been so packed. I'm just like...
And you have to get on the tickets for that when it drops.
Yeah.
In that morning, and it's only a very select few that get it.
Yeah, if you want to eat there, you have to have like a 6-month reservation, and I'm like, oh my God, okay, I'll wait till this dies down a little bit.
Insanity, no
hang
thank
out
you.
The cantina.
Yeah. Hey, were you guys Grand Theft Auto fans growing up?
Yes.
GTA 3, Vice City, San Andreas.
Mm-hmm.
San Andreas, by the way, is the best one.
Yeah.
Carl was my favorite guy to play as.
I never finished San Andreas, but it was fun. It had more to do in it than the other ones. I think 3 was actually my all-time favorite.
I liked growing Grove Street as part of the Grove Street gang or whatever they were.
I never finished one. I just did open world shit.
They had the guy, I forget his name. He looked like Eazy-E.
Oh, yeah.
He had Smoke, and then they had his brother. I forget his brother's name, but his brother kept calling him a buster because he would never come back and help the family. And then Samuel Jackson. I mean, come on.
Yeah. I still think Vice City was the best. The music in that was dope. Going to a club for the first time. That was one of those things where it was like you're just not getting it on PlayStation. Like, yo, this is dope.
Vice City was my favorite because they introduced choppers.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, let's go. So those are apparently getting remade and remastered for the new gen consoles. That might be worth a conversation.
I probably would definitely play through 3 in Vice City again, maybe.
I would only play San Andreas.
Give it to me on Switch, please. I just don't want to have to hook up another system.
Might happen. Might happen.
I'd be so happy.
Speaking of things that might happen, PlayStation. First of all, they've acquired Blue Point Games. This is an arm race at this point. You know what I mean? Like all the big properties are trying to just get people for exclusives. It's insane. They acquired Blue Point Games, which worked closely together in the past. They also did the Shadows of the Colossus remake, which is a really fun game. If you've never played Shadows of the Colossus, it's very fun. Demon Souls for PS5, and they will start making originals for them starting seeing as how they're bought by them.
Yeah.
But the test thing I was talking about is Sony wants to begin testing for free PS5 game trials. I think that is a next level idea. I think it's perfect.
Give you a teaser.
They give you a certain time frame. You have a certain amount of hours you can play that game for free to decide if you like it.
That's great.
I honestly think that that's kind of dumb.
Why is that?
From the producer standpoint?
Yeah, because remember back in the day when they used to get demos, like you used to get the jam packs. And
that's what I'm thinking of.
And you could play those things, it seemed like, for a while. Nowadays, with people not having that ability, you just kind of think about the hype. Like, if anybody could have played, Cyberpunk 2077, it wouldn't have probably sold 13 million copies.
Which is why they didn't want to do a free tech test.
Yeah.
But so some of these studios
maybe they want to get their shit together.
And some of these studios are going to want to take advantage of the fact that they can get a great audience to play their game for free before they buy it.
It's like the free samples at Sam's Club, man. You get a little taste and you buy the bagel bites. That's how it works.
With gamers being so critical, it has to be amazing a lot of times for them to
spend
your money on it.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
So, I would rather maybe take a chance and buy something just because it's from a company that I like and I'm hyped up. If I can play it and I'm like, oh, this is trash, you're not getting my $60, $70 now.
Well,
I mean, that's bad for them, good for you.
It's good for you as a consumer.
Yeah.
Which is why they want to do it. I think it's great as a consumer. Yeah. How many times have we been burned? Imagine how much money Madden would lose if you could play Madden for free for 2 hours.
Even if they gave you 15 minutes, that's enough for me to just get a feel for the game and see if I like it.
Yeah.
I honestly
think me, who doesn't spend any fucking money,
PlayStation needs to come out with something like Game Pass, because for Xbox we can play a lot of stuff that
they have PlayStation Plus
that they throw in there, but it's not the same thing.
It's not as good, no.
Yeah.
As Game Pass, and so that's why that's my opinion. I mean, I get it.
I don't disagree with you
but
by any stretch. I think that that allowing people to play games is great. It's going to suck for some studios. It's going to be game-changing, no pun intended, for other studios.
Yeah. Especially indies.
Maybe it's a move in the right way.
Yeah. So, speaking of games, who do you think was the biggest game producer before the pandemic back in 2019? If you checked Instagram and you cheated, I will not give you points for answering.
Rockstar?
No.
When you say game producer, you mean like studio that
just
put out
gaming platforms. Think of all the major gaming platforms there are. Who made the most money? I'll give you a hint.
Oh, okay. When you said producer, that's
Nintendo.
Sorry.
No, I already saw what it was. I can't answer.
Yeah, they made $8.5 billion. Not Nintendo.
Roblox?
Apple.
Oh, Apple?
Apple made more money on games than Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, and Activision combined in 2019.
A lot of Candy Crush bonus tokens.
$8.5 billion, with most of its profits coming from the third-party games in the App Store via its industry standard 30% revenue cut. 30%. No wonder those games want you to pay that money.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of games. Xbox is the same thing. Actually, Xbox is talking about going back only down to 12%. They're only going to take 12 and give the rest to the developer.
I wonder how many developers jump ship at that news.
What do you mean jump ship?
What's
you
they're
mean
going for?
Go to
Yeah,
them.
go to. Yeah.
to go to
That's what I mean. Jump ship from PlayStation and say, hey, I'll be an Xbox exclusive. Here you go.
Yeah.
Microsoft can afford it. They'll be fine.
Yeah, they can. They're doing okay.
But I mean, it just goes to show Microsoft is actually trying to build more like an ecosystem versus just PlayStation is all about games. Like, you got first parties or exclusives. That's all you ever hear about from fucking PlayStation.
Yeah.
But with Apple, you know why it sold 8.5 billion? How many of us in this room have a fucking iPhone?
I do.
All three of us.
Yeah.
And there's millions of other people, even if you don't play a lot. Like you said, Candy Crush, $1 here every now and again. I'm guilty of it when I'm bored.
Not to mention, I mean, now your Apple iPhone works really well with the Xbox.
Yep.
Like, it's integrated, so you're absolutely right.
They're going to crush it.
I had another bit. We're going to get into Marvel. Let's take a quick break. We're going to get into Marvel, and then we're going to talk this movie. All right? So let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Anywho,
we're back. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get into a little bit of Marvel news. Fun stuff. What If just wrapped up this week. We're going to be talking about that very soon. As a whole. Blade, that you hate, that you keep bringing up. Blade, you don't hate Blade, but you always have things to say about it.
It's never happening.
It's got its release date may have accidentally been leaked.
Sure it has.
You ready?
Yep.
When do you think it's coming out? Give me a ballpark.
2042.
No. Wow. Gross. October 7th, 2022. Which means things have gone further than we thought, if that's the case.
If that's true, they must be filming already.
Yeah.
I have $1 American that says that's not the day it comes out.
I don't. That's the safest bet you could make in the history of bets.
$1 American.
Yeah, that's the safest
then take
possible
my action,
bet.
Coward.
$1 royal doubloon.
I'm not taking that action because I am at a severe disadvantage. But I tell you what, I hope you're right. I hope they've done some filming.
Come on,
and they've actually done some work on it.
Bet me that $1. You need an extra.
No.
Crush.
If I bet you that $1, Megan will be very cross.
No, we don't want to make Megan cross.
No,
don't cross her.
Speaking of which, another thing we've been talking about for a while, Black Widow. She settled with Disney.
She got that truckload of money.
Somebody said on the interwebs that they can't believe she did that, or that she chickened out or she backed out.
Oh, no, she did not.
We know that Disney has a whole continent of lawyers that they call in for stuff like that. So if Disney paid her and they settled, they settled high because that's just Disney.
Oh, I know what they settled for.
What'd they settle for?
She asked for 20. She said, give me $20 million and we'll just make this all go away. They gave her 30 and said,
we owe it to you.
Yeah.
Well, how'd you figure that out?
It was reported on something
Stop.
Believable.
You know what? Good for you, Disney. Not to mention, you knew it was favorable of ScarJo, and they knew they did wrong because they didn't cut ties with her. She's still good for Tower of Terror.
Yeah. I think that was probably part of it.
Yeah.
Like, here's another $10 million in good faith.
Have a good day, huh?
Yeah. We've only made about $9 billion off of your contribution. That's cool.
Because I'm sure there's an algorithm that says, okay, this is what it would cost to pay her off, and this is what it costs us in PR.
I wonder if she was like
PR.
I mean, I just don't think you want the bad blood. I mean, if you did that to her.
This woman who's treated you so well.
Yeah.
And other people started backing up going, well, if you're going to do that to her.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I bet you she was in the negotiation room and just in the back hallway she heard, oh, boy. I heard somebody didn't get their $30 million. Huh? Hey, ScarJo.
I'm just a poor mouse with no money. I don't know what
really
you want
love to pay you. Uncle Mickey's gonna stroke that check, huh?
It such it got to that point, but
Uncle Mickey's stroking.
Gross. Gross.
But they knew they had to pay out.
Yeah, you were wrong for that.
They knew it, and they knew it.
Didn't you realize there was a pandemic going on right now?
I think they tried to see if they let's see if she catches this.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm sure
she caught it.
Her bank account caught it for sure.
Does it though? She probably ain't even real. She probably will never spend that $30 million.
I'm sure once this all happened, they went, yeah, we owe it to her, but this is going to set a really dangerous precedent. Yeah. Where everybody's coming after us for more money.
I mean, you might be right to an extent, but there's not a lot of names as popular as Scarlett Johansson that can make claims like that and still have a living. I mean, she's not the most popular actress on the planet. I don't know who is, but she still very much has a career if Disney stops filming her.
Oh, yeah. DC was already calling her the day after that lawsuit came up.
Already.
You could be anything you want.
We want you to play literally anyone. Who do you want to play?
Ivy. You want to be Superman?
Oh, my God. Poison Ivy?
Ooh.
Now, there's a $10 idea.
Ah.
Yeah, that would be a good one.
Damn, Brian.
And there's a WandaVision spinoff apparently in production.
Oh, yeah?
Did you hear about this?
No.
Following Agatha Harkness,
baby. Agatha all along.
Oh, my God.
They already had the theme music. They don't even need theme music.
Starring Catherine Hahn? Take my money.
I'll watch almost anything starring Catherine Hahn.
Take my money. I want to watch it. And you know she's going to come back around.
Oh, yeah.
She's got to.
Yeah.
She's too big of a movie star to not come back around.
And it looks like they had too much fun.
And she had so much fun, it looks like.
Maybe she'll be in a certain Doctor Strange sequel.
Hey, that's
Did
another...
I step on your segue again?
It's another crispy dollar I'd love to spend. No, you didn't.
Oh, okay.
It just,
that look
you're
on your face
absolutely right.
you motherfucker.
Have that crispy dollar. Take my bet, coward.
Keep your dollar, buddy. Whoa. No. But here's one that I knew we were going to feel free to speculate wildly on. I just knew it as soon as I saw this. James Gunn has come out to say that in the Guardians of the Galaxy special, they are going to introduce, air quotes, one of the greatest MCU characters of all time.
Silver Surfer.
According to James Gunn. He's already been introduced.
But in the MCU?
Not in the MCU.
Shut up, both of you.
But here's the thing. When James Gunn says...
Exactly.
One of the craziest, most popular characters of all time.
He didn't say craziest.
No, what did he
say? One of the greatest MCU characters of all time.
He means the weirdest.
He does. He means Captain Walrus Tooth or something.
Well, that's why I guess Lila the Otter. Yeah. Because everybody loves Lila the Otter, which is a Rocket's girlfriend.
Nice.
It's an animatronic otter, just not animatronic, but like enhanced genetically otter.
Oh, dear God.
And they have a cute little relationship where they hold hands and float in water and stuff. So
Rocket gets in the water?
Wow. Yeah.
I have a feeling it's something like that. Like me, I'm like Adam Warlock. It's Adam Warlock, and I'm wrong.
Oh, I want to see Adam Warlock. We probably will in 3, but I think it's going to be like you responded to my comment. You said Squirrel Girl.
Yeah.
I would fucking love that.
Me too. I mean,
but I think it's on that level. I think
so many characters. Nova could be it.
Fucking give us Devil Dinosaur. I want Devil Dinosaur.
That would be cool too.
Moon Girl and Devil Is that what it is? Moon Girl and Devil
Moon
Dinosaur?
Girl and Devil Dinosaur.
That's what I want. Make that James Gunn.
But yeah, so they're going to give him free leeway, especially with characters they want to continue. Now, if they involve Lila the Otter, I think you're just prolonging Bradley Cooper's contract as Rocket.
Yeah.
You're not going to introduce something that's going to add so much more character depth, unless you're going to let him walk off into the sunset, but I don't think you are.
Who works with Bradley Cooper all the time as a female lead?
Jennifer Lawrence has done it. Lady Gaga has done it.
Yeah. Maybe we did Jennifer Lawrence in as Lila the Otter. Or Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga. I would be interested in seeing that.
Maybe her and Miley Cyrus will both be in the next Guardians movie.
Miley Cyrus was already one of the original Ravagers. That's right. With Ving Rhames.
Yeah. I want to see that team too.
Right?
It's coming like a wrecking ball.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know who it's going to be, and I have a feeling you're absolutely right. It's not going to be an A-tier hero where we're like, oh, man!
James Gunn.
Another crispy dollar that says it is an A-tier.
I'll take that action. I will take that dollar.
Thinking it's like Galactus or something like that.
No, I'm telling you, man. It's going to be the Silver Surfer.
It's not Silver Surfer.
Shh.
So are we doing specifically on Silver Surfer? Is that our dollar bet?
No, you're going to lose that dollar that you just won.
That's a sucker's bet.
Oh, is it? Why don't you just take my action, coward?
Then I will take your action. I am easily influenced by peer pressure.
I can't wait till you pay him $1 for you to only give it back to him.
I can't wait to see it be Silver Surfer and just in AMC be like, here, I'll take your $1 and shut up.
Yep.
because he would be unbearable on the following episode.
Just fucking Apple pay him $1.
Yeah.
No,
Venmo him $1.
Cents.
Oh God.
Friends and family.
All right, so we're at that dreaded time where we get to talk about Venom Let There Be Carnage.
Venom,
all right,
Venom.
Folks at home,
full-blown spoilers.
All those people that are listening right now, we are going to dive in. We are not going to give you our typical review, what we think. I'll shorten it to we think it sucks. If you would like to find out why and see the spoilers and all that other stuff, we're about to get into it. I love you if you're leaving. We will see you next week, hopefully.
Just don't watch it. Just listen to this instead. That's all you need to do.
Well,
yeah.
if I suffered, you have to suffer too, so
That's
go
true.
watch it.
Give Tom
and
Hardy
if you liked it, tell us why.
Yeah.
And there's a couple things to that, too. So we are getting into spoilers. This is your warning. Here you go. You got it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Anyway, here we are.
Oh, so I want to start this one out. So we were, as you know, out for Mark's bachelor party.
Yes.
And we asked our fearless leader how he felt about it. And he had nothing to say. He's like, oh, I'm not saying anything.
Mr. Day One, too. You were at the theaters date night day one.
Yep.
I was.
Which means that he absolutely fucking hated it because he will easily be like, oh, you guys got to see it. Send a text message, do something. We would have heard something. It was crickets. Crickets.
Yeah, dead silence.
Talking about
like,
Venom.
It's not good.
Talking about Venom is when I came back. Remember I said I came back at Paul?
Yeah.
I remember sitting at that table and I'm like, who'd you say you're Venom?
Yeah.
And that's where like my memory picks back up.
I remember being in the theater and Megan, she's so sweet. She pats me on the arm and she goes, it's okay. She goes,
at what point did she do that?
Probably not what you think it's going to be. This is near the end. And I'm just like, why did they do this?
Right?
Opening scene. So I convinced my fiance to go with me.
Hey.
She never saw one.
Okay.
But
as we both told her, she didn't miss much.
Yeah. But she's like, social outing. Okay, I'll go. 3-4 minutes into the movie, she just looks at me and I go, yeah. She goes, oh boy. The dialogue in this movie is so poorly written. It is 80s style bullshit, crappy, fake dialogue.
It's so weird to see so many talented actors and actresses on screen and be getting what you're getting.
Yeah.
Hey, man, what are you doing over there?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are you talking about, man?
Yeah.
This movie was so bad. Right after we done seeing it, we have a group chat. The only thing I put was a dumpster fire. That was literally my only response to this.
And I couldn't follow up with anything else. So that was perfect. I wanted to like this movie.
So there's relationship issues in this movie with everyone. Every single character in this movie has a relationship issue. There's Eddie has an issue with not only Venom, but he has an issue with what's her name from the first one? Anne?
Yes.
From the first one, and the fact that she is getting married that they tease in the trailer.
Who I thought was a different actress. Because
they have Cletus Cassidy, who is in love with Shriek. And that's all he seems to care about is Shriek. They
turn Carnage into a love story.
Yeah. In a real bad mood.
And I was like, wait a minute. Wait, stop. And now I remember seeing the I have tasted blood and that is not it. And I was like, okay, I'm willing to forgive the fact that Eddie Brock is not in prison for them to do a true blue
blood swap
of Venom going to say, all right, I want to stay with you because you're the best host I've ever had. We are literally perfect for each other. So I will do this so that we can stay together and I will thrive. I will purge this evil from my body. And I thought they were going to be able to still play into that because of the fact that Venom kept trying to eat everything.
Yeah.
And I was like, he's going to get him to purge that, and that's what's going to happen. No,
that wouldn't make too much sense.
He gets bit by Cletus Cassidy in the weirdest way.
Yeah, that made no sense.
And then Cletus is all about getting married.
Got to steal a hot rod from my wife.
He gets out.
1967 Mustang, to be exact.
I was like, wait a minute. Stop.
Before we get to that, did anybody else notice? I think we talked about this when we walked out. How bad they did the ADR of Woody Harrelson's voice over the younger actor playing him.
Yeah.
The fucking lips didn't match.
Not
man.
much they could have done about that.
They could have just had the guy use his regular voice. Why'd they have to put Woody Harrelson's voice over the guy?
Yeah, that's true too. But I just didn't see it, man. The Cletus Cassidy, the what they could have done. The first thing we knew this. We said this on the show. When they made it PG-13, we were like, oh,
Here
fuck.
We go. The first shot of the movie is what basically looks like a haunted house.
Yeah.
Like a Disney Channel original series haunted house.
And they're passing letters and little wedding rings back and forth through the toilet.
Which is actually how they do it in prison. But, I mean, it's pretty bad.
And I'm just like, oh, my God.
And that's the point where Jen looked at me and went, what?
And the one thing I said, if they don't do this, I'll be okay. If they don't do this, I will call it passable. I will move on and be like, whatever. They did that one thing.
Did they kill Carnage? Is that what you're talking about?
Don't kill Cletus Cassidy.
Yes.
You can do something with Carnage and, make him come back or whatever.
Yeah.
Just don't kill the host, Cletus Cassidy.
You mean Loverboy?
The guy that at the end is like, I'm a killer, Eddie. All I wanted you to do was be my friend. I was like, the fuck?
Be my friend?
This is the guy who says I've got 11 life sentences, might as well make it a dozen. He doesn't care about anybody, and now you're gonna make him this.
That was the part that got me.
Love
Sociopaths
sick.
don't fall in love with people.
Anybody.
Serial killer. So he's in love with this girl.
Yeah.
And now he wants Eddie Brock to be his friend so badly.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? This is a serial killer. He
Cletus
doesn't give a
Cassidy
shit
wants
about
nothing in life.
Right.
But
Just to kill
Carnage.
stuff.
Yeah.
But to be legit,
They
he's a
couldn't just
killer
make
boy.
him a
He ain't
killer.
said
Like,
shit.
fuck it. When Andy Serkis, how dare you?
Yeah.
You disappointed me.
Yeah,
when I
Carl.
heard you were getting signed on for this, I went,
They're
okay.
gonna go for real.
Okay. They're grabbing somebody from the Marvel Universe. Let's fucking do this. No.
I'll tell you, this movie, the only thing that made this movie like it needed to happen is the post-credit scene.
Yeah.
And I'll tell
And
you
even
what,
that,
man.
I'm still not hyped about.
Halfway through this movie, I went, thank the Lord in the sky that this is not our MCU Venom.
Right?
Because it was such a bad roller coaster. I'm like, I'm starting to blame Tom Hardy. Like, fucking, like, I used to not blame him.
I was
But
too.
I'm like, I'm blaming him now. Because he greenlit this. He's here. He's on set. He's not saying anything.
It had a previous title before it was Let There Be Carnage. It was something Venom Love Can't Tear Us Apart.
Jesus Christ.
So you knew it
And
was gonna
somebody
be a love
commented, and I
story.
think they're right, that it was just a working title. But why have a working title if Venom is already in the title? We know what it is. And we knew Carnage was coming. So I think this was a legitimate title at some point.
That seems more like a more appropriate title for this movie.
And Eddie and Venom's back and forth and bitching. I just got... it wasn't funny.
Yeah.
No.
It was
It's
like
like-
it tried to be a buddy cop movie or some shit. Like, it was just like two
Yeah.
spouses bickering.
I was going to
Yeah.
say, it's like being at
annoying.
dinner with a couple and they're fighting the whole time. You're just like, oh, God.
Yes, it is.
You're
So
like, I got to go to the
true.
bathroom.
It's so true. And it was like, God, this is awful.
I'll give it to him every now and then. A little something they said or did was kind of funny, but not what you wanted. And let
And then
there
you've
be
got,
carnage.
Venom out there eating chickens. At what point do you get caught on a security camera and they go, hey, this fucking alien is eating all of our
Right?
chickens?
That's what I was thinking of. What did he name them? I forget. The two pet chickens that he had. And then
It was something.
Is it Thelma and Louise or something like that?
Something like that.
Something dumb like that.
It was so disappointing. And how about Patrick Mulligan, who
How about him?
is your stereotypical detective? I don't trust you, Eddie Brock.
I'm doing detective
You're the
work
one
over
who's
here.
well. I'm a detective.
You seem to be places that things happen.
I don't trust you, Eddie.
Yeah.
Shut. This is the.
Who wrote this? Is this by the guy who did The Room?
I have
You don't
no
just mean
idea.
you shot a teenage girl, man. What the fuck?
Not to mention, like, at the end, like, we've shown how all these symbiotes are passed on from one person to the next.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end, they show Patrick Mulligan's whispering the word monster. Monster! And they show his eyes, like, foreshadowing that he's going to be Toxin. How?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I was like, where did somebody lose something?
Where did this transfusion happen? And why is Toxin going to Patrick Mulligan? I mean, I get it. Carnage pukes out Toxin and he happens to latch on to Patrick Mulligan, but this was so forced and so crappy.
It's so bad.
This reminded me of like a fucking early 2000s Marvel movie.
Yeah.
Like a really bad one too.
Yeah. Like you
or like a Halle Berry Catwoman movie.
Like,
hey, don't you talk bad about Halle Berry.
But
I like Halle Berry, just don't watch the movie.
Get rid of the whole shriek portion of it. Get rid of that. That
Could
was
we,
just
please?
so unnecessary.
And I was gonna say, is she eventually gonna be a symbiote?
And she doesn't say anything. She had this weird voice that she did for the character that I was like, please don't do this. You're hamming it up.
She is, right?
Yeah, that's Naomi Harris,
the chick from the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah,
that's pretty much the same character.
Yeah, and I just didn't see a point of them. And Carnage arguing with Cletus about killing his wife and them having that back and forth. First of all,
why is Cletus the voice of reason in this?
First of all, I've never seen Carnage in any comic I've listened to him. I've never seen that symbiote speak for itself. No. Him and Cletus are so together that Cletus does the talking and Carnage does the walking.
It's because it wasn't Carnage, it was Red Venom.
And that was another thing that got me. Like, they finally get together and he goes, "Oh, that's a red one." I'm like, why is that important?
Is there context to colors?
Yeah. Why is red one so dangerous?
And why is he red if he comes from you? I don't fucking understand.
Yeah. And another part, the way they defeat Carnage's venom just eats him. So now he's all of a sudden not a... Did you reabsorb Carnage? Did you... to help me help you. Yeah. What happened?
I love that because they're a PG-13 movie, they can say one strong cuss word. And they save it right for that moment.
One of my two favorite, only good parts in this movie is when he's like, fuck this guy. He just bites his head off. I'm not going to lie, I kind of liked it. I thought it was
I mean, I got that, but when he bit his head off, I was like, there it is.
Yeah, when he bit his head off, my brain went to the look on your face when you saw his head get bitten off.
And there's a point where I was like, "Oh, that sucks," and I was like, "Honestly, that's kind of good because this was bad."
Yeah,
you can't come back to this.
Well, so that's where I said, and I was like telling Megan, I was like, I just can't. This movie is just so deeply disappointed and wounded me. I won't even buy this thing for the DVD. I just won't happen. It won't happen. But go ahead.
I was gonna say this is exactly what I thought it'd be. And everything I feared it'd be, but I was really hoping
that it wouldn't be.
For something
it would surprise
else.
you.
I went in very optimistically.
Oh, yeah. But I was the one saying it was going to be trash from jump.
Yeah.
And none of us disagreed with it.
No, I knew it was going to be trash, but I'm like, maybe they could pull it out.
I don't understand. And now it's going to be very interesting because the whole point of this movie, like I said, is the end credit scene. They do show J.K. Simmons playing J. Jonah Jameson and talking shit about Peter Parker as Spider-Man, and they actually show Peter Parker Spider-Man, and Venom, for whatever reason, says, "I hate this guy."
Right. Yeah.
Why?
And that's what I'm like, I don't like that so much, and I did not want that to happen.
It's just
them
forced
backwards
into a shoot.
No.
Yeah, they're trying to work their way backwards.
No.
And
the only good thing is if they never make a Venom movie again, and they just put him in Spider-Man and give it a different director and writer.
Yep.
Because, you know what? I still have weird feelings about Tom Hardy. Because if somebody was asking you to act in this way, you would, as the main character in the movie, go, I don't think this is very good.
Yeah.
Why am I so sweaty and stuttering all the time?
All the time. And, like, that's the other thing I don't get is he's acting like when he first got the symbiote in the first one. Like, bro, you guys have had time together. You should just be walking, talking normal. Like, I don't understand why you.
Yeah, he's like fucking like doing weird shit. Like, what?
Looks like he's
what the fuck is happening? Yeah,
right.
He looks all like cracked out all the time.
And then he's like gets his shit together whenever he gets rid of Venom. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I guess that's what they were going for, but it does not translate.
But I agree. This is definitely, hopefully, the end of that. I'm ready for that to be over, and that whole universe of Sony having Venom to be done. I just can't deal with it anymore.
We're going to get the Patrick Mulligan Totson movie next.
Who knows what we're going to get, but God, please take it from Sony, please.
Yeah.
And this is the one thing I was going to talk about that Megan said. People who don't know the lore, don't know the universe, don't know anything about it, they don't know what they're missing.
Yeah, that's
There was a lot of people who were like, that movie was so good. And there was one guy who saw me in my Venom stuff, and he looked at me and goes, what'd you think? And I knew he felt the exact same way I did. I was like, I literally looked at him and go, I don't want to talk about it. He looked at his wife and goes, he hates it too.
There are people in this world.
Did you tell him to listen to the podcast and get your thoughts on it?
No.
There are people in this world that enjoyed this movie. And to those people, I say, good for you. But you probably have never read a Venom comic in your entire life.
And you know what? If you enjoy it, I'm happy you liked it.
Yeah, because you just don't have the expectations that we do. And we do it to ourselves.
Yeah.
But goddamn, give us something.
My wife didn't know that much about Venom and whatnot, but she was still kind of like, this is a bad movie.
Yeah.
Just even as a movie, it's bad.
And that's what Jen was saying. She's like, it's bad acting.
If they had played Cletus Cassidy as just a maniac,
sociopath,
that had
crazy person,
killed so many of his cellmates and killed all these people and not had any real reason, and then he has another way to get the symbiote other than I need to get my story out for my girlfriend.
Yeah.
What?
And since when does Venom have an eidetic memory? I didn't catch
And since when does Carnage know how to use the internet?
Right?
Yeah, he hatched Doodle.
He goes, internet, and then out comes Carnage. I'm like, what the fuck?
That guy has USB drives in him?
Right.
What the fuck's going on?
Was Carnage sponsored by NordVPN? Get the fuck out of here.
The antivirus.
Right.
Oh, fuck
like, this
me
is
running.
just fucking hot trash. Yeah. And, you know...
I hate being so negative, but what is there to say?
There was another good part. When Venom slaps the shit out of Dan. I like that part.
Yeah, that was fun. Whack. But that's another thing. Dan, fire and sound. All of a sudden, you knew to go to this church and get on the scaffold with a blowtorch and some gasoline to wait that Carnage could somehow, hopefully, fall under you at the right time?
Yeah, I mean, he was waiting his moment, man. Like, I don't even know how he got there, but he was there. Oh, and the other thing. When he attaches to the wife, why that whole thing?
Yeah. And Venom wanting to jump from host to host to go experience life on his own because he was scorned by Eddie.
And to sit at a party and talk to a bunch of people who had no idea what the fuck he was talking about. Bro,
oh, the blacklight fucking party?
Yeah, it's so awkward.
I took a 5-minute pee break in the middle of this movie, and I'm 99% sure I missed nothing.
I think that was the part that you kind of missed, and that was just dumb.
I missed, like...
Is that a masquerade party?
I saw that. When I came back, Eddie was lying on the ground in his apartment.
Yeah.
And that's where I left him. I'm like, oh, I didn't miss anything.
Nope.
Pretty much. A vengeful, it's like Venom was like the vengeful ex. Yeah. I'm going to go key your car, a.k.a. destroy your motorcycle, and then run off with all these other people.
Oh, I missed the motorcycle destroying. That's what I missed.
What you meant.
Stupid. All right, guys, that's going to do it for us. We will catch you next week. Thank you so much for checking out the Alter Ego podcast. Let us know what you thought of Venom vs. Carnage. Did you like it, or Let There Be Carnage? Did you enjoy it?
I'm asking.
Are you the one person?
Where was it?
It's Venom, Let There Be Love.
Yeah.
Let there be breakups.
And makeups.
Jeez.
I'm going to write
shakeups.
Sony.
I'm done.
See if I can get them to reimburse me my $31.
Yeah, I'm going to write a sternly worded letter.
I'm going to write a letter like that dude from TikTok. Hey, Sony, what's up, fool? Saw Let There Be Carnage. It was terrible. Give me my money back.
Let there be crap.